for today's cup of coffee with Scream.
She's got those wild eyes. She's about to kill me.
Actually, I had to go to the optometrist earlier today. And they put those drops in your eyes. Those kind of where they could just walk inside your eyes.
Yeah. They get a whole deep dive into your eyeball.
And
Isn't that wonderful?
For some of us, it takes hours for that stuff to go away. Hours.
You know, at a certain point, I was wondering when I was supposed to go in there and be like, how's Mama doing?
You know what it was? I was in there telling tales. I was in there amusing the troops.
I figured you were, but I was about to go in there and be like, is Mama okay?
Oh, no.
Get back to me, please.
It's like I had the nurse and the optometrist going, you know what? You need to write a book. I said, why? Nobody would believe it.
No shit. This is something I have been telling you for how many years? How many years?
I would have to write it as fiction because there's no way in hell that people would believe it.
Mama, it is your life experience. Put it as fucking truth.
It is truth.
Then put it as such.
It is truth. But
Mama, that's a damn good read. Put it
there.
Mama, people would love to read it. Put it in writing, please.
But that's
please.
That would take absolutely more effort than I have right now.
Mama,
if
you could
I
do
had
it bit by bit.
Ghostwriter, now this is where I do need a ghostwriter. That I could tell it and then they could go ahead and do the actual work because I don't have it in me right now. I don't.
You can do it bit by bit. It's not an immediate thing. It's not like people write these things overnight, and the ones that do fabricate most of it.
A lot of these people have ghostwriters. Seriously.
And do you think that some of those ghostwriters do a good job?
It depends on, they better do a good job because if the books don't sell, they don't get monies.
Do you think
it behooves them to do it well?
Now, how many times do most of these people that have ghostwriters actually go back and reread the book?
Well, the thing is, a lot of this stuff, it is a money racket. You're not a matter of a good read or a good story. Some of these people's life experiences, it depends, it varies from person to person, but some of it is just bogus. It really is.
Then why don't you put your shit into writing?
I just told you why.
Little bit by bit.
He's Aries, got a lot of Aries. I got a lot of Virgo. There's been some conflict lately. I'm
going to write 4 sentences today.
Oh, ye who just after a week found your wallet.
Yes.
That was hours of prayer.
Found it.
It truly
finally.
was. That was an answered prayer, and we are grateful.
About 2 weeks.
And if God is faithful enough to answer something simple like that, how much more faithful is he going to be with all of the big prayers? It's just a matter of in his time. So do not give up. Do not lose hope. And that was what Robert Phoenix had over on X, a really good post and a really good thought about black-pilled being another form of psyops. And he's right.
No, that's downright true.
Yeah.
That's what they're wanting. They're wanting people just to be ultimately black-pilled and just give up.
Well, within that black-pilled community, they're upset that some people, if they come in with a glimmer of hope.
Yeah, because they are that out of it.
And it's like, no, I ain't going to play that game. No, you're not. Nobody's going to put me inside a box. And that is the wonderful thing about Robert's community, is that we don't fit inside boxes.
No, y'all do not.
That is the wonderful thing about our Podling pirate crew. They don't fit in boxes either, which is why we love them.
It's the island of misfit toys.
Yeah.
But those are the best ones.
Absolutely. And that's why we are grateful.
And a couple of misfits.
We have new people coming on board, and welcome.
Yeah.
Welcome. This is the Podling Pirate Ghost Ship sailing towards the edge.
Don't mind.
I had to make sure that it's like, no, we're not flat earthers. This has been a running gag. I don't know why goth and pirate works together, but it does. It does. And some of us have been on, when the channel started years ago. We've been doing this for years.
Love it.
The algorithm hates us, and that's okay. But it's like some of it is running gags. And if anybody ever doesn't understand some of the comments or whatever, all you have to do is ask. Somebody will explain it to you.
Don't mind the scratches on the ship. We'll buff those out later.
But our world is in a state of flux and or chaos.
And flow with it.
And it's just one of those. If
Yeah.
you're not familiar with the group Primus, it's awesome.
Oh, I was
And years ago, they had a song that was called "Jerry Was a Race Car Driver."
Jerry was a race car driver, 22 years old.
The main thing is the video on that, and if I remember it, I will put a link to it. But at the beginning of it, you have these disturbing looking characters.
It's always disturbing with Primus.
It's Maynard, so he does that. He has this wonderful appreciation of the absurd, and I appreciate that in Maynard. That and his ability to play the bass. I mean, damn, he's a good musician.
He is.
Really, really is. But you had this one dude that's going in and ordering nachos. And like I said, the camera and everything is disturbing.
Steamy.
But at one point, he's like, tasty.
No, it was like, steamy.
Yeah, it was steamy. I keep wanting to say 30-some years, and I think it says tasty. It just says steamy. And it's
Steamy.
Like that. This story today, that's exactly what it reminded me of.
Steamy? Steamy?
The opening of that video.
Oh.
And this comes from, where does this come from? Daily Star, and is by Harry Thompson, and was written on August the 29th of 2024. We are recording this on the evening of August 29th, 2024. Brits could soon eat bugs, fungus, and meat grown in labs in a bid to become a world superpower.
Ew.
Well, you ain't gonna become a world superpower by eating stuff humans ain't supposed to eat.
Unless it's the people that are disguising themselves as human eating the stuff.
That's true. And it says Brits could soon be chowing down on all manner of bugs, fungi, and meats grown in labs in a bid to tackle the climate crisis.
What climate crisis?
Right. The UK is setting out to lead the way on alternative meats as part of efforts to combat a rising global population and a greater strain on the environment and food production chains. Well, if they'd leave the farmers the hell alone. Spearheading the movement is now get this is key. Spearheading the movement is a new multi-million-pound venture launched on Wednesday, August the 28th.
Oh.
A total of £15 million has been provided by the UK's innovation agency, the UKRI, which is the newly formed National Alternative Protein Innovation Centre, in a bid to overturn national eating trends in favor of alternative protein supplies that require less energy to produce. According to the WWF, only 9% of protein currently consumed in the UK comes from non-meat products.
What?
Yeah, there's a reason it's called we're humans.
Yeah.
And it says think tank Green Alliance hopes that the industry could be worth £6.8 billion a year and create 25,000 jobs by 2035. There is also £23 million from other stakeholders. Somebody do some deep digging and deep dives and find out who these stakeholders are.
Please do.
Being put into the fund to help the research groups collaborating on the project. It is hoped the new work can lead to a clearer understanding, of what benefits and possible risks are really associated with the consumption of more meat alternative products. So again, let's use real life lab rats, the two-legged kind.
Mm-hmm.
It says food material scientist Professor Awasya Sarkar from Leeds University and the NAPIC project leader said, quote, "We want to make alternative protein mainstream for a really sustainable planet."
Okay, but what if no one wants the alternative?
Right. Adding that it is hoped the project can turn the UK into an alternative protein global superpower.
Once again, what if we don't want the alternative? What if we like the meat?
Mm-hmm.
Just because y'all say that there's a crisis going on, which you yourselves are fabricating.
Sure. While much of the research may look at things like flies and various types of mushrooms, lab-grown meat remains one of the most intriguing alternatives. According to food consumption outlet Sentient, cultivated meat is grown from animal cells, and while it is not identical to the tissues of a living animal, it is made from the same materials and has nearly the same structure. For all its intents and purposes, lab-grown meat is indeed actually meat. No, it's not. No, it's not.
It's not the same.
If it's not identical, it isn't the same.
Yeah.
You know? It says in the UK, cultivated meat is currently approved for use in pet food, while a handful of places around the world have currently given the green light for human consumption. The UK's £38 million raised for the research is only small compared to the current alternatives industries worldwide, which last year alone raised £1.6 billion, Sky News reports. Again, somebody look into this and find out who the stakeholders are, who is paying for this research.
Right.
A government spokesman said everyone should have access to a varied, healthy diet and make their own choices about what they eat. This government is committed to supporting a food system that produces sustainable, healthy, and affordable food while ensuring the right outcomes for consumers, farmers, and food producers.
You know what is sustainable? Growing our own food.
What is
raising our own
cattle?
Cattle.
What is sustainable is how things have worked for thousands of years.
Raising one's own food?
Eating the actual stuff that humans are designed to eat.
Oh, that's just, yeah.
And it's one of those, with some of this stuff, and this is disgusting. So if you haven't eaten or you want to hold off listening to the rest of this until after you eat, now would be the time to do it. Because I have heard Alex Jones talk about this process on some of this stuff before. And basically what they are doing, what they are creating and expecting people to consume is a type of a cancer.
Pretty much. Yeah. That's exactly what it is.
And
it's poison.
It is. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. And it's like there has been this worldwide push against farmers and against healthy foods. Because it's almost as if they're trying to take away the alternatives.
That's exactly what's happening. They are forcing us to eat their bullshit so we die off quicker.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
and here we are doing the black-pilled shit.
No, it's just a matter of saying this is the plan. We need to pray. We need to let other people understand what the plan is.
Right.
So that they can go ahead. And it's like someplace, it was over here in America that I think that they were wanting, the government has lost its rabbit-assed mind. Flat out.
Yeah.
And
It's been fully infiltrated.
as far as wanting people to allow government people to come in and sort of register their farm animals,
No.
No. This is private property. In this moment, this is private property. You shall not pass.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it's getting serious. And I will tell you that Robert Phoenix was talking about, and over the next few weeks, he had, especially, now this is over on Rumble and Boxcast, and I'm not sure if he's got those links on his X page. You might could find some of those links. I mean, Rumble, all you have to type in is 15 minutes of, it's O-V, V as in Valentine, of flame. And that way you can, go there and watch it. On X, he might have those links, and on his YouTube, he might have those links for Boxcast and Rumble also.
Okay.
On his, astrological forecast. And he's going to be, he said that he was going to be talking about some serious stuff. He is not trying to black pill anybody.
No.
It is not a matter of living in a fantasy right now. It's not a matter of being an ostrich. Because if you stick your head in the sand, your ass is still hanging out there.
Yeah. Yeah. That's exactly it.
And it's like, we don't know what is coming. We don't. And as far as how it's going to manifest, we don't know. Now, me personally, and there's several of us that this is how, the one thing that most people do not factor in is God.
Mm-hmm.
That is a key component.
Mm-hmm.
And I do hold on to what he told me in 2013. Now, how is it going to manifest? Have no clue. Have no clue. All I know, he said, be calm, be still, trust. And when I screamed out, it's like, he said, trust what? He said, trust that I am God. And he said that when he does whatever he's going to do, it will be in a way that no man can take credit, and everybody will know it was God.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that sounds big.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's going to be a big thing. I mean, we already saw him working when he spared Trump's life.
Mm-hmm.
We already saw that.
Yeah. Yeah. So that is the thing. And it's like I've got inked on my skin where it says, do not be discouraged. And I'm going to butcher the scripture because I don't have it in front of me. Do not be discouraged or dismayed, because I am your God.
Mm-hmm.
That got inked on there in 2013, along with some other things. Yeah. So I hold on to that. So let the black pillars, if they want to sit there and wallow in their misery. Now, I'll tell you something. Those of us that's old school AA, we'll call them out on that. It's sit there and go, you sit there and you have your pity party. Don't expect other people to join you.
Yeah. Exactly.
Because it has a negative effect on somebody's spiritual, mental, and physical health. So, no, I'm not going to play their games.
Nope,
and I ain't going to eat no damn bugs.
You shall not eat the bugs.
Right. I mean, everybody does from time to time because that's just how it works.
I mean, you open your mouth to yawn.
But not a steady diet of it.
You open your mouth to yawn and then something flies right in. You can't help it.
There was like a type of locust that was kosher, which means that humans can consume a certain type of locust.
Okay.
But that was over there in it ain't here in Southwest Virginia.
No.
And let me also, it's like we live in Southwestern Virginia. We're not in West Virginia. Those are different people. Go check West Virginia Bigfoot Museum on X. They've got some cool stuff. Encourage those folks.
Mm-hmm.
But they ways from us. We are a different world all our own. final thoughts.
Some shit, some bullshit we're living in.
Yeah.
I want to take a nap.
Yeah.
Like a full-on...
it's like, wake me when it's over.
Oh, wake me up when it's all over.
Yeah.
I pictured that, but that's all I got.
That and Jerry was a race car driver.
Jimmy was a race car driver. 22 years old.
Oh, Promise. If you've, like I said, if you've not experienced Promise,
it's
in its own lane.
The absurdity of the thing that I told you about that I watched like a day or so ago. Mother.
Yeah,
Mother.
Well, I don't know. You're ruminating.
That the absurdity.
You're ruminating.
I rewatched it today.
Why?
It is a fascinating.
The first time.
It was like, oh shit! I thought this was just gonna be like a gag and all that. No, it was like a fucking horror movie type thing.
Like I said, if it disturbed you the first time, why would you go back and watch it again?
Because it is cool.
Unless you wanted to be disturbed more.
I like to study it.
Okay, well that's different. That's totally different. Anyhow,
it's fascinating.
Oh, if you've had experiences,
thank Jesus that I found my wallet,
with the paranormal and supernatural, encounters with UFOs, aliens, cryptids, tinfoil hats, if you would like to sit there and apologize to somebody that was a tinfoil hat person. Yeah, because there's a lot of us that have taken a lot of abuse. Actually, I didn't give a shit because I've had a whole lot. I've had people abuse me up close and personal. I don't give a shit what somebody on the internet says.
Yeah, right.
You know
exactly.
You can put that in the comment section, or you can always send us an email, cupofcoffeewithscream@gmail.com, and it is there in the description box. You may have to scroll down through some bullshit because, it's like we aim to amuse.
Mm-hmm.
And, it's like, oh my God, I look up and we got company. It's like,
If you like this video, comment, like, most of all, subscribe. Check her out on BitChute, Rumble, YouTube, Rolanda's Cup of Coffee with Scream. Also check her out on X, previously known as Twitter, Rolanda, COCWS.
Yeah.
Thank you all for joining us. Have a good.
Know that you are loved. Treat other people the way that you would like to be treated. And Lord willing, we'll see you on the next cup.
Mm-hmm.
Bye.
Bye.